Do I think she made some mistakes along the way? I do. She made quite a few mistakes along the way.
When she landed a big role like this and realized that this is not the character that she really wants to portray.
And I feel like, especially with people like this that have like these types of viewpoints, I don't see her coming back from this at all. I think she is totally cooked with this.
She should have given that role to someone who really understands that character and loves that character.
Honestly, girl boss narratives suck. They are either overpowered, poorly written, forced down the audience's throat, and it just looks like I'm staring at TikTok modern women posts that always talk about men are trash, men are this, men are that. They finally got the opportunity to do that, especially with this buffoon right here. I still don't know why she's still alive. And before you start saying I'm sexist, here are some well-written female characters. This woman right here is way better. So is she. And her too. Man, I love this girl, honestly. She couldn't fit in the background, but Debbie is definitely...
To come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have. When I say that this has been the biggest adjustment of my life. Like understanding the way my life operates now, being who I am. And the things that I've been so fortunate to make. It comes with so much ground. So much ground that I never thought I would be able to cover, and that people think I'm doing poorly, and other people think I'm doing gracefully, and I don't think I'm doing it at all.
Rachel Zegler's much-anticipated return to the public eye turned into a shocking public disaster during a live promotional event for Disney's upcoming Snow White remake. What was supposed to be a proud, celebratory moment for the young star quickly devolved into a brutal, unfiltered rejection by the very audience she hoped to inspire. As Rachel confidently stepped onto the stage, smiling and poised to speak, the room responded not with applause but with boos, loud, echoing disapproval that seemed to come from every direction. Murmurs of discontent filled the air. The confident exterior she wore visibly cracked. Her hands trembled. Her voice wavered. In a moment that should have marked a career milestone, Rachel found herself being publicly heckled by the very fans Disney depends on. The atmosphere grew more hostile by the second. Critics in the crowd didn't hold back. "Leave the classics." "Alone!" one person shouted. Another clapped sarcastically and sneered, "What a role model!" Rachel tried to push forward with her speech, one centered on reimagining Snow White through a modern feminist lens, but her words were drowned out by jeers. By the time she exited the stage, the mood had shifted from disappointment to palpable resentment. Witnesses described the silence that followed her exit as deafening. And what followed behind the curtain was no better. According to sources backstage, Rachel broke down in tears almost instantly, repeatedly asking her team, "What did I do wrong?" Her team rushed to console her, but the damage was done. The situation had spiraled beyond control. Disney executives looked on, stunned. One staffer described the scene as heartbreaking, saying it felt like watching someone see their career crumble in real time. Clips of the event rapidly went viral. Videos of Rachel being booed flooded TikTok and X, formerly Twitter, generating millions of views within hours. The hashtags Rachel Zegler and Snow White backlash trended globally. Some viewers defended Rachel, saying the crowd had crossed the line, but the majority were brutal, mocking her reaction, creating memes, and labeling the backlash deserved karma. Many pointed to her past interviews as the source of the anger. Rachel had previously criticized the original 1937 Snow White film, calling it creepy and outdated, and referring to the prince as a stalker. Lifelong Disney fans who viewed the classic film as a cherished part of their childhood took offense. To them, Rachel wasn't offering a fresh perspective. She was disrespecting a legacy. The discontent didn't come out of nowhere. Insiders report that Rachel clashed repeatedly with the creative team during production. She allegedly pushed to cut traditional scenes, refused certain dialogue, and demanded major character rewrites in the name of empowerment. But instead of connecting with audiences, her version of Snow White came across as forced, even arrogant. The heartwarming magic Disney is known for felt, to many, stripped away and replaced with ideology. Fans attending the live event said their frustration had been building for months. "She made us feel stupid for loving fairy tales," one attendee posted online. "That's not empowering, it's condescending." Others echoed the sentiment, saying Rachel came across as dismissive in interviews, portraying herself as morally superior for correcting a beloved story. As the online backlash grew, so did the pressure on Disney. Within hours of the disastrous event, the company canceled Rachel's next media appearance and pulled her from a scheduled morning show. Internally, executives are reportedly debating whether to continue positioning her as the face of the film. What was once a bold move to modernize a classic now looks like a massive marketing misstep. Some insiders say this was predictable. "We all saw this coming," a source on set claimed. "She didn't listen. She thought she knew better than everyone else." Others say Rachel was poorly advised and thrust into a role she wasn't ready for. Either way, her live appearance has become one of the most disastrous in Disney's recent history. Fellow actors are reportedly distancing themselves. Industry analysts are calling it a case study in how to lose your audience. Commentators note that while progress and reinterpretation are welcome, alienating the very people who support your work is a critical mistake. "You can't scold your fans and expect applause," one said. "That's not progress, it's arrogance." In response to the chaos, Rachel's PR team is reportedly preparing an apology video, dim lighting, somber tone, likely referencing mental health and lessons learned. But many online are already skeptical. "She's not sorry," one tweet read. "She's embarrassed she got booed." Others warned that generic apologies won't fix what feels like a breach of trust. What makes the moment even more tragic is how much potential Rachel once had. With a powerful voice, natural screen presence, and a rare opportunity to represent a new generation of Disney heroines, she could have been a cultural icon. Instead, her tone alienated audiences. Her message, however well-intentioned, was lost in delivery, and the very stage meant to spotlight her rise instead became the setting of her most public fall. Ultimately, Rachel's story is more than just a PR failure. It's a cautionary tale. In an age where fans are vocal, online, and deeply connected to the media they love, authenticity matters. Respect matters. And when that connection is broken, rebuilding it is nearly impossible. For now, Rachel Zegler's future with Snow White and with Disney remains uncertain. But one thing is clear: the love of the audience must be earned, not assumed. And on that stage, in that moment, it was nowhere to be found.